Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first ever episode of Drawin' and Talkin', where I draw things and talk. It's not the most imaginative of titles, but it's accurate. So, in this series, I will draw something and probably talk about why I'm drawing it, and then likely drift off into an unrelated tangent. Anyway, so this specific drawing was a request by one of my friends that I know and see in real life, or at least used to before the virus hit. We just mostly talk online these days. It's a request from him for something for one of his own channels. He goes on YouTube by the name of Aussie Dodo. I'll probably link it somewhere in the description below. Anyways, he intends to use this picture that he's requested as part of his logo. Something that he can minimize and put in the corner somewhere, I assume. Which is why I'm going to save it as a PNG eventually. Before I started this drawing, I did a little mock thing for little poses that he was suggesting. It ended up very Charlie Angels-esque, I believe. One of the drawings was his character going back to back, another one where one's above the other, and another one where he's jumping out with an explosion behind him. Originally, he wanted to have both his kits on display, and he's not. Oh, right, I should probably mention what Aussie Dodo does for his videos. He does gel balling. I've mentioned it in my Analyze and Adapt videos, touched on it at least, but gel balling is basically paintball, except, well, with gel balls. It's pretty self-explanatory, I feel. They hurt if you get shot by one close enough, but not enough that you should have any real injuries unless, they shoot you in the eye, which is why he has the big giant ass goggles. Very protective, very stylish, at least in my opinion, and very, very shiny. Anyway, so he plays two variants of it. He does normal gel bowling. I don't remember what it's called. But the second kind is called Speed Soft. To my knowledge, it's just normal gel bowling, except with more running. It's called Speed Soft. It's not to say that you can't just play the game while standing still. It's just you're probably going to get shot more for it. There is some contention in the community, to my understanding, between the two of them, of which is better. But he doesn't seem to care. He likes both. Anyway, so gel bowling. Why do I mention it in my other videos? It's because it's not technically LARPing. Everybody knows it's a sport. Nobody's role-playing as if they're terrorists fighting counter-terrorists or soldiers or anything like that. Though, admittingly, some people do. I haven't seen it myself, but I'd like to think that gel blasters are used in zombie-based LARPs as well. Anyways, I feel I should mention my experience in gel blasting, or at least personal experience, which is absolutely none. I've seen them, I've pulled the trigger on one when a friend let me give it a go, but otherwise I've never actually played. I've played paintball before, got shot a lot and had lots of bruises on my butt, and I've played laser tag, which I've never been good at. But I've always liked the idea of gel blasting regardless, and maybe when this virus stuff is all over, I'll do it again. And that said, gel blasting is happening right now. Well, not right this second, but it is happening in Brisbane. People are gathering up to play it. So, shooting people from great distances is the very definition of social distancing. I personally can't attend due to time constraints and work and all that stuff, but I still love the idea behind gel blasting, and eventually I will definitely go. Anyways, as I was saying, Aussie Dodo and I go a bit further back than gel blasting. Before gel blasting, we used to LARP together. He was for a time my second in command. I was his leader, and like I said, this is very, very brief amount of time where this happened. We mostly fought alongside each other of the roughly same rank. But for a brief time, I was in charge, which I lord over him sometimes. He never really listened to what I said because it was part of his character. It was great fun. But let me just tell you, when we fought together, we were freaking unstoppable. So good. Let me tell you a story about when we had a castle, and we were greatly outnumbered. It was just the two of us on a bridge, and we held that freaking bridge. We both wore big clanky plated armor, and I had a big ass shield. And I kept healing him because, I was a medic sort of character. I had bandages, I had magical healing from my items, that sort of thing. And he had a way of turning himself into a solid block of ice that couldn't be killed, as long as he was a solid block of ice, which didn't last forever. But in between that and my healing and both of us just standing there, the enemy just could not break us. I felt freaking invincible. Normally he just runs in and gets himself killed Leroy Jenkins style. He's a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but nobody can survive being a Leroy Jenkins. But at that moment, when we worked together to beat a wall, we were unstoppable. And that's just one of my favorite memories with him. Anyways, I'm Freebie Wits. That's all the time I have for this little drawing and talking video. Enjoy the rest of the drawing. I'll see you next time. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye.